Aloha! Welcome back to Mystimon Saga. This is Mystimon Saga Hidden Archives, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition actual play. I am your host and game master, Seth R. Mitchell, aka GM Seth, and I am the writer and creator of this vast world. Today I am once again joined by...
Hello everyone, my name is Twilight, but I'll be playing as Aelin the Galvan Witchwople, and good to be back.
Good to have you back.
Hello, I'm Ducky. Still playing Jeremy, the Lazy River Horsing Slayer.
Okay. And Makoto.
If you can hear me and the mic decides to work, I am Maritime Kitty, and I play Makoto, the animist fortune teller.
Yeah, now it's on basically on all the time. Maritime's dealing with some microphone issues today. I don't know why. We think it's probably because Monkeysoft doesn't know what they're doing. Maybe that did something. I don't know. Monkeysoft does not know what they're doing, and they need to just stop while they're not ahead. When we last left our investigators, Twilight wasn't here, so Ada just had to take a day. Ada just had to take a day after what she experienced. So Makoto had to deal with things all by herself. It was basically Makoto's hour.
I was about to say, considering what happened 2 weeks ago when the last session took place, I guess what you said there kind of fits both in character and out of character.
Yeah. And so,
Well,
Willow went temporarily insane. She has gone through a psychotic break. We don't know how long that will last. That depends on Willow. It always depends on the crazy person. I'm sorry. That was really insensitive. I'm sorry. So, Willow is gone for the moment. Willow's gone for the moment. And that means Ducky had to bring in a new character. And they decided to play test one of the new classes that Paizo is playtesting, the Slayer. We decided we're not going to playtest the Daredevil because it's a stupid class and Paizo shouldn't have made it.
Because if anything, it's more of a flavorful class than anything.
Paizo, why? Did you seriously run out of ideas? That's what I think. That's what I think when I read that class. You ran out of ideas.
Yeah, because I was about to say, if anything, just give us another class that has to do with guns. Because we only really have the gunslinger for that, and kind of inventor, but not really.
Anyways, so
I don't like guns.
in
But
comes...
to each their own.
Yeah. In comes Charmy. Charmy Azu, the bear. Charmy is an Orsine. And Orsines are basically really short, about 2-3 feet tall, about the size of a goblin, and they are essentially Care Bears. So we've got a Care Bear. But this Care Bear is packing heat. This Care Bear is packing some arsenal.
Yeah. No normal Care Bear.
Not a normal Care Bear. Nope, not at all. Yeah, this Care Bear is packing a shield and a big bastard sword. And yeah, Charmy came here because they heard that a void terror had just been slain in the dormitory. And they also had heard that a certain party had fought another void terror in the city. You have come here hunting this hunting horror you heard about, Charmy. But what you found when you arrived in the Academy District is you heard from Makoto that some kind of massive tentacles emerged from the chest of a poor young girl and slithered into the pond. You've heard of these things before, and it wasn't good. So you made this your quarry. And as you investigated this, you learned that this thing was a servitor of the Ancient Ones. And servitors are usually conjured, usually by an Ancient One. So your goal, your mission was to hunt this servitor, which became even more dire when you realized Nyarlathotep is here. And Nyarlathotep is the one who conjured it. You especially realize that when Charmy was charmed by Nyarlathotep and went to go to the Grand Library to burn the books. This made Pax very, very upset. And Charmy is banned from the library.
Makes 2 characters it's banned from the library.
This is not not a good pattern for you, Ducky. You did eventually, Makoto eventually managed to get, actually slap Charmy to her senses. I think Makoto actually literally slapped her. But you got Charmy back to her senses, and when you got back out to the pond, and Diana and Daphne had joined you, and Daphne and Diana were out there by the pond waiting while you dealt with Charmy. And Daphne had conjured an illusion of something, playing some music. Unbeknownst to her, that actually lured this creature that you were hunting out of the pond. When you got back out there, the servitor emerged from the pond. The battle began, and eventually, you've learned that servitors can also summon other void terrors. You learned this especially when the servitor summoned the space fish, proving that Willow wasn't crazy. The space fish was real.
She's still crazy.
Yes, they're still crazy, but at least they're vindicated. The space fish was real. And that is where we pick up. We actually pick up the next day. We're going to pass the day over and start advancing time. I'm actually going to put the time back to about 8:18 a.m. It is the 35th of Conflit Paraday of 2744. And as you all wake up and, go have your coffee or tea or whatever it is, you're hearing some rumors of something going on. You are hearing rumors of a few people in the Coliseum district having come down with some mysterious illness. Other people say that the people who came down with this illness had been in the vicinity of the clinic in the Coliseum district, making Makoto a little concerned and a little uncomfortable because she was just there with Crystal the other day. And that Crystal stayed behind to look after Agatha. So with all of that taken together, Makoto, you're a little worried for yourself and for Crystal. What are you doing as you take in this news that people are getting sick? What are you doing?
Ring?
Anyone?
Who cares? What is Ada doing? Ada, you took a day because you just needed some time to yourself after what you experienced. What are you doing, Ada?
Jeez, so is it just accurate to, do we have a kind of centralized objective now again?
Well, you're hearing these rumors of people in the Coliseum district and coming down with a mysterious illness. And you're hearing that these people who got sick were in the vicinity of the clinic there. What are you doing with that information?
So part of me is wanting to try and check on the rumors to see if there's actual ground behind them.
Alrighty.
Or if it's just rumors and nothing else.
Alrighty, that sounds like a good idea. You can go ahead and make me a society check.
Yeah, society check. Public or blind?
Yeah, public.
That's a bad sign for this session.
Yeah, it's sounding like the rumors are genuine. It's sounding like the rumors are genuine. And in fact, some of the students in the school actually claim to have seen Hyokun in the exact same area. And he, from what they're saying, it sounded like he was chasing after someone through the Coliseum district.
Probably still going to try and check the area to see if I can find something about it.
Unfortunately, you can't get to the Coliseum district because Crystal's actually shut down the gate.
And again, I admittedly have no real solid idea.
And what is Charmy doing this morning? Dare
Charmy
we
is-
ask?
Well, does it like? Well, I know how it works. Does it work the same way, like summoning or manifesting, or it's like it does Mystimon, or does it work differently?
Summoning what?
Charmy would summon, or I don't know if that's the right word, but
Because Bolthro, I kind of imagine Bolthro is kind of always out, always with you.
okay. Well, yeah. Never mind.
Maybe Bolthro is one of those
let's see.
Mystimon who hates going to the float. You know, Crystal's
yeah.
Crystal's Peevar Ember hates the float.
Stern thing. Do we have anything of there? I don't know. Do we have anything that belongs? No, wait. Never mind. I was thinking of like missing people, but they're just like sick.
Well, yeah, in this case, you're hearing rumors that some people are coming down sick.
I'm guessing trying to know that like Makoto is good with healing, I assume. Or like medicine related things.
Okay, so you want to go see Dr. Makoto?
Yeah. That's probably what Charlie would do. Charlie would look for Makoto.
Charlie
you
is
sick?
going in hunt of Dr.
No,
Makoto.
the people at the place are getting mysterious.
But if we can't get there because the gate's closed off, how can I help them?
Well, you're knowledgeable in like medicine.
I could heal them if I could
Stop.
get to them, but I can't get to them.
I know you're the only person I could think of that would know anything about it. This is, I don't know.
Yeah, there's nothing
Well-
I can do if we can't get to them, though.
Well, you could go talk to Crystal about why the gate is closed. Because you remember that
Closed
she
because of the explosion.
no, you remember that she was allowing limited traffic through the gate.
I'll talk to her.
So you want to go talk
She
to
knows
Crystal.
anything about these. Yeah, see if she knows anything about people that are sick and why the gate's closed.
So you go speak with Crystal and ask her why she closed the gate entirely, and she tells you that the rumors are not rumors, they are true. And in fact, there were actually also people getting sick in the market district as well.
Okay, have you dispensed healers to those areas?
I have been trying to keep this very, hush hush. I don't want to be spreading a panic. The rumor that Hyokun was in the area is true. Hyokun was in the area, and he
Who's
was
that?
chasing. Hyokun is Kyrie's son,
Oh,
and he was chasing after a particularly dangerous woman. He was chasing after Avalice.
do I know who that is?
Avalice is who got Kyrene sick. Avalice is a very dangerous woman. She is sadistic and evil. She is responsible for a great many deaths. This is what I can tell you about her. Avalice is something of a black widow. She seduces people into marrying her. Men or women alike, doesn't seem to matter to her. And then she will poison them over time, or she will use some kind of disease that will get them sick, something. She seems to enjoy causing slow death, slow suffering. She has amassed a great amount of wealth that way. but I think she takes more pleasure in the murders itself. And I think she has now engineered a plague. I've closed the gate because I do not want that plague to spread to this district. We're trying to keep whatever this is contained.
Yeah, I think that definitely explains that.
But just then, Sonura comes into the room and says, I'm sorry to interrupt. Crystal, there's more reports of students getting attacked. You better go see. They're in the medical wing. And that's exactly what I wanted to deal with today. Seems those reports that you cited in your interview, seems they're spreading. So she directs you to join her as she goes to the medical wing to check on these students, a pair of students who have been attacked by some kind of wild creature. And when you get there, you find that they're in bad shape. There's a boy and a girl both, and they're in really bad shape. Crystal says, hey, Makoto, you want to examine them with your medical expertise?
Sure.
So, Makoto, make me a medicine check. And with that, Makoto...
Did I one?
No. Makoto, you find that these students have injuries indicative of a wild creature attack. You find scratch marks really deep and bloody. They're like gashes almost. And also teeth marks, really deep teeth marks. One of the students almost had her shoulder taken off, literally. The bite radius is massive. It is up to 2 feet wide, perhaps more. And with that 20 on the die,
Oh, nice.
I'm going to just give you this, even though this would normally take a nature check. I'm giving this to you. You determine that these bite marks look similar to that of a crocodile, crocodiler, trilobite, or a handful of other such Mystimon. I
relay said information to Crystal.
Yeah, you
I'm
believe
not going to try and cite all those creatures.
So, Ada and Charmy, what do you do hearing this information?
I guess I guess I can try to look into more about these creatures.
Alrighty, you can go ahead and make me a nature check, Charmy. Let's see how good Charmy is with nature. We know Charmy's more geared towards hunting void terrors than she is hunting Mystimon, and it sounds like this is a Mystimon. Charmy, you seem to think that crocodile is a bird.
Bird.
I'm assuming it's not.
No.
That's
Okay, well, my nature's 23, so let me try to recall what the...
Yeah.
About to be in that one.
So, Makoto, you know the crocodile, crocodiler, and trilobite, and other such Mystimon are absolutely not birds. They are essentially related to crocodiles or alligators.
The names of them, that's what I assumed they were.
You have no idea why Charmy thinks crocodile is a bird. Crocodile,
So Charmy,
is actually native to the region in northern Almahna around the Nile River. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say, Charmy, you need to enroll in nature.
nature.
Yeah, you need to enroll
Add
in
that
some...
to your list. Add that to your list of classes to enroll in.
Okay, well, I suppose it couldn't hurt. Never been one for school, but I guess if it's required, then I have to.
It's not required. It's just really recommended for you.
I think I recommended school another course last.
Started to think maybe Ducky needs to go back to school. Idiot again.
All of the dice rolls to say otherwise.
All the duckies go back to school.
Like organizing them into roles.
I just remembered I saw that I had this.
Dubious
probably
knowledge.
have
You're a
to-
treasure trove of information, but not all of it comes from reputable sources. Well, yeah, what source told you that crocodile is a bird? When you fail, but don't critically fail a recall knowledge check using any skill, you learn the correct answer and an erroneous answer, but you don't have any way of differentiating which one is which. Let's put it this way, Charmy. You critically failed.
Dang.
Even when you have feats to back up as insurance, the dice just say no.
Ducky, stop rolling ones. Anyways, as you're talking to these students, actually you're talking to the other one who didn't get quite so badly attacked. The other one's a little bitter condition. The other one's kind of just she is out. She's in a coma. The other one is awake and he's able to answer questions. And he tells you that the creature was burrowing through the sand. And with that information, you can make me nature checks now with a +1 circumstance bonus. Now that you have a little more information about what this creature was doing when it attacked. So nature checks all around.
I redeemed myself.
Yes, Charmy has redeemed herself. Makoto and Ada?
Yeah.
Am I rolling again?
Nature. Ada, you're starting to agree with Charmy's initial assessment that it was a bird. Makoto and Charmy, you realize that there is only one Mystimon in northern Almahna that could be related to in the same family as Crocodile and Crocodiler and Trilobite, but also burrows through the sand. Whereas those creatures do not. Those creatures are waterbound. Those creatures hang out around water. There's one other Mystimon that's in the same family that is a reptile, but burrows through sand and is native to northern Almahna. And that is Terragator. You may be dealing with a Terragator. And Terragators are massive creatures. They're about 6 foot, 7 foot tall. They stand on 2 legs, or they can go on all 4s. They have massive, powerful tails, powerful muscles, and powerful jaws. And they burrow through sand.
Lovely.
And Charmy, you have a remarkable ability, Charmy, as a slayer. You have the ability to mark it as your quarry. Do you want to mark it as your quarry?
I thought it was a Mystimon.
Yeah, it is a Mystimon, but that doesn't mean you can't mark it as your quarry.
Okay, yes.
So you designate a single creature, spending 10 minutes listening to rumors about it, researching it in the library, or taking note of its tracks. After you finish gathering details, the GM tells you whether the creature's level is equal to or higher than yours. If it is, you mark that creature as your quarry, preparing your tools to hunt it. You gain a +2 circumstance bonus to survival checks when you track your quarry into monster lore and society checks to recall knowledge about your quarry. You also gain additional benefits based on your Slayer's arsenal. You can have only one creature designated as your quarry at a time, and the designation lasts until you use Mark Quarry again, or until your level exceeds your quarries. If you already had a creature designated as your quarry when you used Mark Quarry, the first creature can't be your quarry again for 24 hours. So you spend 10 minutes researching Terragators.
Yes.
So let's first get Charmy back up to full health. I don't know why they're still at 122. You have marked. So I can tell you that Terragator's level does match yours.
Oh, okay.
So Terragator is level 14. At least this one is. So you have marked Terragator as your quarry. You gain a +2 circumstance bonus to survival checks when you track your quarry into monster lore and society checks to recall knowledge about your quarry. So that's Charmy's special Slayer ability. Ada and Makoto, what do you want to do? Crystal wants you to help the campus guard to hunt this creature and get it out of her school, get it off her campus.
Yeah,
She doesn't care
sorry.
how you do it, just get it off her campus.
Yeah.
She never answered my question of if she sent healers
Sent healers where?
to the diseased
You are cutting off again.
to the diseased areas.
She sent who she could. Honestly, she can't really send a whole lot because she needs to, maintain a balance here. She needs people here too, and she also is. She's also dealing with the vacancy in the medical wing lead because Dr. Granger left. And you remember why Dr. Granger left.
Yeah.
So, actually, Crystal turns to you and says, hey, Makoto, you're really good with this stuff. How about you take over for Dr. Granger here until I can find a proper replacement?
Okay.
Thank you very, very much. I will make
You're
sure
welcome.
you're paid. I'll work it out with Sonora.
Okie.
In the meantime, get this Terragator off my campus.
Yes, I guess we will follow Charmy because it is like compass for the creature.
I don't know when Orsines became compasses.
Everybody's cutting at me.
Please tell Grumpy
Maybe?
that apparently he's a compass because Grumpy really
I am
irritates
good
me.
at tracking. I am pretty good at tracking.
Okay, Charmy. You do that, and hey, Makoto, how about you introduce Charmy here to Grumpy?
Grumpy.
Yes, as soon as we deal with we'll do that. I think the creature takes precedence over interactions.
Yeah. So you actually get down to your archive because you've got a lot of information there on Terragators because it used to belong to Dr. Ivan Sanderson and also now Dr. Jane Dawn, Crystal's great plus grandmother, her ancestor. And when you get down there to the archive, Lorena says, "Oh, it is fantastic that you came. I was just going to call you down here. This just arrived." She shows you a package. No return address, just showed up here, addressed to you all by name. As you look at the label, Makoto and Ada is indeed addressed by name to Willow, Makoto, Aime, Soma, Rat, Adolin, including Bastille and Coldra, everyone who was in Evergreen City. I opened it because, I had no idea if it was some psycho fan mail again. Gods know we've already received some of that, she says. In the weeks since you've been back from Evergreen, there indeed have been some letters from crazed fans. One in particular appears to have a major crush on Makoto, to the point that Crystal already has the Magi Guard looking into it. Let your imagination do what you will with it. All that's in it is this video crystal, says Lorena, handing you this crystal. I've already watched the footage, and, well, you should watch it for yourselves. When you watch the footage, it follows a group of kids as they go into the Alvara Templar catacombs. A group of 5 kids sneaks towards the entrance to the catacombs, all of them carrying backpacks and climbing gear, with one carrying a camera. These tunnels are from the time of the Alvara Kingdom, says one of them as they travel down into the dark tunnels. The girl as she takes the lead. Eventually, the group makes it to a massive chamber. It has been said that the Alvaran Templars built this place to guard the gates to the Undergrave. Back in those days, it was thought that the gate to the Undergrave was precisely 710 meters below the surface. Prima, are you sure there's treasure in this place? Says another kid as the girl is looking around at all the hieroglyphics. Would you hold your gallipress? Says Prima, as one section of the hieroglyphics catches her eye. A mural on the wall depicting an old man holding a sun, but then directly below, a darker version holding the moons. As above, so below, she says as she examines the mural. It's a little-known story in the old gods' pantheon that Ranu had another brother, a twin, Apophis, the moon god. As the story goes, Apophis grew bitter and resentful of Ranu's relationship with Marive. According to the story that's told, it was instead Verjagro, the apocalypse god. Apophis was erased from history, as though he never existed at all. But I think there's more to the story, and I think the Alvaran Templars built this place to protect the real story. And suddenly there's a huge crash as the floor gives out in the center of the chamber as 3 of the kids fall into the darkest depths below. Anton! Screams out Prima. Everyone, are you okay? The camera pans to the right just as a woman disappears behind a pillar. What the undergrave was that? Says Gari as she moves toward the pillar. Gari, leave it. We have to see that they're okay, says Prima, as she lashes her rope and hook around another pillar and starts to slowly lower herself down into the depths below. The camera continues to move towards the pillar where the woman disappeared. Suddenly, Prima lets out a scream as she falls. Gari turns back. Prima, are you okay? She calls out. Then she hears something behind her and whips the camera around just in time to see a woman vanish behind another pillar. Who's there? She calls out. Then she hears another sound just behind her and whips the camera around, and the image freeze frames on the image of a woman with long black hair and pitch black eyes, as Gari's screams can be heard in the background. Moments after the footage cuts off, the footage comes back on. In the darkness, you can make out a shadow. Then the camera is picked up and is now facing one of the girls from the earlier footage, Prima. She is looking into the camera, except her eyes are not her own. They are pitch black. The haunter in the dark lurks in the shadows. The man with white hair grows his strength. The creature from the silver pyramid spills blood through the Nile. The Forgotten 3 shall return as the gates to the Undergrave open, says the girl in a distorted voice. And then the footage cuts off again. You can make me a religion check.
Maybe a what now check?
Religion.
Blind?
Yes.
So is it Fox?
I'm trained in religion. I'm not the best person to do religion.
Okay, go ahead anyways, Charmy. Let's see what happens. Charmy, you think that the Forgotten 3 are saints. And you start going on and on about how they're saints. And Mikoto, you immediately correct her because you know that the Forgotten 3 actually refers to the 3 forgotten gods. Morgos, the goddess of treachery, Austrion, the god of darkness, and Verjagro, the apocalypse god. And Ada, as soon as she says the last name, you have chills because you'll remember that name from one of your future visions.
Should have forgotten.
And at that moment, you hear something trip. You hear a sound behind you at that moment, and when you turn, you find Zoe, and she's tripped over something. She's tripped over like a stack of books, and you see a look of complete terror on her face. No. That can't be. My sister, she defeated him. He can't return. That's impossible, says Zoe. She turns around and a look of complete shock washing over her as she keeps repeating the same thing. Makoto, do you want to make a medicine check to get her to calm down? Makoto, you managed to get her to calm down, and when she's calm, she says, for Shagro, that was the demon that has always haunted my sister. From the moment I first met her, she was haunted by that thing, and it nearly killed her. I sacrificed my life to save hers from that thing. Then she was able to use the combined power of the elemental spirits to defeat it and send it back from whence it came. It can't be back. It just can't. That would make my sacrifice mean nothing. And Lorena has a thought. This footage, it came from the Alvara Templar catacombs beneath Evergreen City, correct? You can confirm that it did.
Okay. Yes.
She says, then I think that is where they want you to go, whoever it was that sent this. They want you to go there. And I can come along on this one. I happen to be an expert on the Alvara Templar. And unfortunately on the Forgotten Gods and how they played into those myths. Man with white hair. Wonder what that's about. As you rewatch the footage a few times, Ada, you make me a perception check.
Secret?
And yeah, and Charmy, you can make me a perception check as well, as Makoto is dealing with Zoe.
There.
So Ada, you're just immensely distracted with Zoe because for some weird reason, you were really attracted to her. You're attracted to a ghost.
As if anything out of Kyoto, this actually isn't the weirdest thing that Kyoto might have been in a relationship in.
Of course.
I mean, you're going to be attracted to somebody's personality in ghost form.
Charmy, for once, actually, Charmy actually notices something. Charmy, and also Ada, it sounds like you're eating your microphone.
Down.
Charmy.
Midnight snack.
Did the sound battle?
Nope. Charmy, you notice a large symbol appear in the middle of the screen. It is a circle with a vertical line through it, ending in a double cross at the bottom. As Lorena looks at it, she's taken aback. The Alvaran Templars were fanatical about demon and devil Mystimon like Siraj or Diaboro. That girl in the footage actually told a little of the story. That symbol stands for as above, so below. Over time, it basically became the symbol for what we call the Undergrave today, which is not what they called it. They called it in the old Elven tongue, Hael, which translates loosely to hell. She says, you can likely find books on it in the library if Pax hasn't boxed those away. Last I heard, after the incident with Crystal, he's leaving, but trying to take some of the books with him. Humorously, as he tries to box the books, Puplock keeps taking them back out and restocking them. But as I understand the story, and where the Forgotten Gods come into the picture, if you want to know how they became forgotten, you can blame the Alvaran Templar for that one. As the story goes, after the three were banished from the Sacred Nexus for one reason or another, the reasons vary depending on who's telling the story, but after they were banished from the Sacred Nexus, they were sealed away in the lowest levels of the Undergrave. After that, the Alvaran Templars began traveling the world searching for any reference to them and took them and hoarded away the knowledge. They erased the three from all record, basically. Reportedly, there were another group of gods they essentially erased from history, called the Secret Gods, Arashiva, Phantos, Majin, and Vlashmu. Majin is actually where the Magi Guard came from, by the way. No one really knows why they were erased, but if you believe the stories, originally the calendar had 12 months and was cut down to the 9 we have now. Heck, supposedly there's like 300 years missing from which would make the year actually 3044. There are a lot of conspiracy theories surrounding the Alvaran Templars. I have a friend who's obsessed with them. So, now you have another case.
Guys, like so many cases.
Yeah, your case log is getting a little full. But you have a Terragator to deal with first.
Yeah.
Is there a maximum of how many cases you can take on at once?
There's only a maximum on the number of cases you can multitask at once.
Oh.
I was gonna say this is not ESO when you're only allowed like 25 or whatever it is.
Oh.
God.
There is something wrong with
Unless
Twilight's microphone again.
Something to figure out later, I suppose.
So, I think it's time you gather all the information you can on Terragator and head out to hunt for it. So you ask Lorena for any information that she may have on Terragators. And she puts up her finger, she says, 1 second. And she goes all the way in the back. And then you hear her climbing a ladder. Apparently, Crystal had a ladder installed, so you can easily get up to the second level. And she comes back a moment later with a big binder full on reptile Mystimon. Apparently, says Lorena, it was not actually Ivan Sanderson who came up with the taxology system. That was actually Jane Dawn. It was Jane Dawn that came up with the taxonomy. And this is everything that Jane Dawn has on reptile Mystimon. And she opens, as she scrolls through it, she's trying to be very careful with these pages because they're delicate. She is actually wearing some white soft gloves as she's poking through these pages. And so there was some conjecture that Terragators are attracted to the scent of grizzlies and possibly other bears.
Oh, I know where this is headed.
But I don't know where she got that information because last I checked, there are no grizzlies in northern Almahna other than kois. And you're not using...
If I have to be bait, then I guess that's just how it is.
Who said anything about you being bait? And who are you anyways?
Oh,
who is this?
Sorry.
She looks at Makoto and then Ada. Who is this?
It's the new temper hidden arc.
Do what?
Well,
You're cutting off again.
Temporary worker.
Temporary worker.
Related to bears in some form.
Okay. Again,
they appeared out of nowhere. They want to kill all void.
So
Time they're helping us.
If you're trying to retract that, Mr. Moncrief, then
okay. If you really want to make yourself bait, you go ahead. Frankly, I would use something else because, again, last I checked, there are no grizzlies in northern Almahna. So I don't know where she got the idea that Terragators are attracted to bears.
Well, not everything you read is correct, I suppose.
Unless she was talking about a specific Terragator in a specific area. I don't know. Anyways, I would say Terragators are probably actually more attracted to Alfonsi, but that would make Crystal very upset if you use an Alfonsi as bait. She really likes Alfonsi. She hands you the pamphlet, this huge binder, basically, and she tells you be very, very, very careful with the pages. Wear white gloves. Handle the pages delicately. She still needs to transcribe them and get them into proper storage at the museum. Though lately I have not been able to get in touch with my contact from the museum for some reason. I hope they're okay. And Mikoto, you will remember that Agatha was scared out of her wits' end by something in the museum. And Crystal actually asked you to check in the archive for a specific case file.
What do you mean?
A case file related to a case that a previous party of the Hidden Archives had at the museum.
I'm confused.
Crystal told you the last time you need to return to the school, head down to your archives, and find a case from Bifrost Group from years ago. It was a case at the museum, the report from that case. See if you can find it. There was a gap in the timeline. Something happened there that they never reported, which for Bifrost was out of the ordinary. He was immensely meticulous in his notes to a fault. I've always had questions about that case, but he would never answer me about what went on during that time gap. I think there's something in that museum. Something that obviously terrified Agatha so much that she'll need therapy for life. And I think it has something to do with that case. Go find that report, and I'll stay here with Agatha. You can tell Dr. Jules to meet me here. That's what she told you.
I don't remember any of that, but okay.
So you ask Lorena about that case file?
Yes.
The Spirit Bureau case files, that you will find in that section over there. Section D, as Rat has started calling it. I don't know why. Actually, his name for it is actually Section Dick for some reason. I don't know why.
I wouldn't be able to explain anything that goes on in his mind.
Neither would I. But you're the one who has to deal with him on a regular basis.
True.
So you go over into Section D and look for the case files. And sure enough, you do find a case from the Museum of Antiquities. Be right back, says Ducky. You do find a case from the Museum of Antiquities. And
Okay.
yeah, sure enough, just as Crystal said, there is a gap in the timeline. There's a gap of about 3 hours. And
That's
very unusual for Bifrost. Bifrost was, as she said, very meticulous with his notes to a fault. She actually explained that Bifrost was so meticulous with his notes that he actually noted down when she said something sarcastic every single time.
Huh.
And you can actually find a lot of that in here. And you get the feeling that Crystal's dry, sarcastic humor goes back for years. So very unusual. There is a gap in the timeline. In that particular case, from the Museum of Antiquities, which is in the Colosseum district. So, okay, Ducky is back. You do find that Terragators actually tend to be more nocturnal. They tend to be more active during the night. However, these attacks on the students, they seem to be taking place during the daytime, so perhaps they're diurnal. Perhaps they are the type of creatures that will be active during any time of day. I don't know exactly what that is called. Don't at me. So what do you want to do?
Aren't we?
What was that?
Aren't we supposed to be hunting the creature?
Yeah, you are. Are we using Charmy as bait?
I mean, they're the ones that are supposed to be.
They're supposed to be tracking them down, yeah?
Yeah, so it makes sense to use them as.
Okay, so Charmy's going to be bait. So this we're going to find out what happens when the hunter becomes the hunted.
Whether or not that piece of information is actually true, I guess we'll find out.
I said don't at me, and Makoto goes and ats me. She ats me and says, Cathabarrel is active during both day and night. Crepuscular is active primarily during dawn and dusk, twilight. Diurnal is active during only the day, and nocturnal is active only at night. Okay.
Not the person Twilight.
So perhaps this Terragator is actually Cathameral. Okay, so today today the hunter becomes the hunted. What are you doing, Charmy, to go to try to attract this Terragator? What is Charmy doing?
See, can I use this? Well, I don't know if it's considered like, I don't know if I can use it. It's considered a monster, I guess.
Automatic knowledge, monster lore. You know basic facts off the top of your head. Choose a skill you're an expert in that has the recall knowledge action, and for which you have the assurance feat. Do you have the assurance feat, and are you an expert in nature?
Yes.
Yes.
Nature?
You have the assurance feat for nature?
Not.
Oh, well, I can only use this for monster lore. That's why I wasn't sure if it's considered a monster or not.
You could use the recall knowledge action with that skill as a free action once per round. If you do, you must use assurance on the skill check.
Let's see. Yeah. See. I was wondering if I could use monster lore with this. Or is it not considered a monster, is my question.
It is a monster.
Okay.
It's a Mystimon.
Let's see. I was thinking I would try to recall knowledge about where it might be found in this area, or what might attract it, I guess.
You think they're attracted to bears?
Well, besides bears.
I was like, didn't we already learn that?
Besides bears, I don't know.
Kidding.
What's
I am kidding. I am kidding. I am kidding.
Are you?
I don't know. Am I? Go ahead. Go ahead, Ducky. Go ahead, Charmy.
Just this absolute batch of mind games of just, is the GM lying? Are they not lying? Are they telling the truth? Are they not?
Yep.
Am I?
Never know.
Where's assurance? What does assurance do again? So even in the worst circumstances, you can perform basic tasks. Choose a skill you're trained in. You can forego rolling a skill check for that skill to instead receive a result of 10 plus your proficiency bonus. That's very, 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 very good for Ducky, because we all know she can't roll anything higher than a 1.
Higher than a 5,
Yes.
So you found the best feat in the world for you. One that prevents you from having to roll.
Yes.
Because I say again, Ducky, you have the worst luck I have ever seen of any player in Mystimon Saga campaign history. I have never seen any player roll as many 1s as you do.
Are you looking for intelligence?
Anyway, so let's look for Charmy. So you need to actually do this with monster lore, and monster lore monster lore is intelligence, yes. And just add your proficiency bonus for monster lore to it. So plus 23. So your total is 33. So that is a great result, and you didn't have to roll a single die to do it. And something definitely sounds like someone's running a blender on Ducky's side. We're not sure why. Perhaps Ducky is making a smoothie.
I think someone's vacuuming in my house. Something up.
That's a vacuum?
I know, it sounded like a smoothie blender or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going with it's a blender. That's what I'm going with. That's a blender.
Because I'm going with a blendo as well.
So what exactly do you want to recall knowledge about in regards to Terragators, Charmy?
I'm trying to, I guess, recall the best way to, aside from them liking bears, the best way to, I guess, attract them.
You think it would be a very good idea to test Jane's theory that they're attracted to bears?
Do I know do I know where we might find them?
You find them in the sand. They burrow through sand.
Oh, the sand. So just step outside and
Yeah, basically just step outside.
Just step outside.
Just step
My
outside.
son's going.
Welcome to a desert. It's Northern
Like-
Almahna. It's a freaking desert.
Alright, I'm gonna go outside.
Okay, you go outside.
And
I'm going to go make
do I have
sure this
anything
plays. Play, damn it, play.
do I have anything
There
that I could use for Balto to sniff? Probably not.
No.
Be like, go find this. I'd probably wouldn't.
I find it hilarious. She called her ball throw a bolt. She called her ball throw a balto. That is actually the story where I got that name from.
Oh.
A little behind the scenes. A little behind the scenes of how I freaking named these Mystimon. So you just go step outside. You summon. You have a ball throw with you. You want ball throw to go sniff around for a Terragator. Is that it?
Yeah.
You want ball throw to sniff for a reptile, a giant reptile that burrows through sand.
Yeah.
So make me perception checks, everyone. Okay.
I finally remembered to do a blind roll.
You finally remember to do a blind roll. Charmy, what are we going to do with you? Ducky, what are we going to do with you? You keep critically failing.
No. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm starting to think that the blind rolls are cursed.
No, you're just cursed.
Oh my gosh.
So Mikoto, this is what happens. Charmy and Ada, you're both really distracted with you're seeing these like little ripples on the pond, and you're wondering if something's coming out of the pond again. And Charmy, at this point, you start telling Ada the story of how you slayed a servitor of the Ancient Ones. And Mikoto, Ada, as you're listening to the story, you actually cannot get your mind off of Zoe. Mikoto, you can feel the ground shaking under your feet. The ground below your feet is, you feel like vibrations. It feels like a slight tremor. And as you stop and look around, as you ignore Charmy telling stories again, you suddenly, the bricks on the road before you erupt upward as a huge reptilian creature emerges from the ground, snarling as its massive, long, and narrow jaws drip with saliva. The creature looks at you. You know that this is a Terragator, highly aggressive Mystimon native only to sandy deserts, such as Northern Almahna, and it looks hungry. It's looking particularly at Charmy. First of all, everyone roll for unnerved.
When is that?
That is a roll save. Ada can, of course, go ahead and take one.
Wait, like I was about to say, like, would I still have the stress from before, or is that basically gone for the time being because
I
of
was
the assessment I
gone.
missed?
That's basically gone.
Momentarily.
Yeah, momentarily.
What happened? I was gone momentarily.
Yeah, that's gone. Blip.
Yeah, okay then, yeah, so the aversion to water was also gone because that was a normal fail for that.
Okay. the psychic passenger, that was a critical failure. So
Yep. Yes, that was a failure. But
yeah,
if anything,
you're
I
hearing
will
a voice
just,
in your head. You're hearing a voice in your head, Ada. You hear Frana's telling you, so you got the hots for someone, and she happens to be a ghost.
God damn it. If anything, I will actually just take one for this.
Go for it. You take one and you gain 2 unnerved. Okay, so let's see. So Ada is now unnerved 2. As for Bakoto, you shake this off like it was nothing.
Yay.
Am I allowed to use
You've seen bigger Mystimon than
something
this.
to?
Basically.
Am I allowed to use something to re-roll?
No. You cannot re-roll will saves. Actually, you can't re-roll saves at all. I just learned that you cannot use story points or hero points to re-roll saves at all. Only checks.
Oops.
Only checks.
Seriously?
Only checks.
So can't even be used for attack rolls. It's only skill checks.
It's only checks, so that does actually include attack checks. Strikes are considered checks. It's just saves don't apply.
I guess that makes sense.
So that's actually been the rule forever, and we've been getting it wrong. So now we're going to finally get the rule right, and people don't have to at us, even though it would be great engagement if you go ahead and at us. Go ahead and at us and tell us about all the rules we're getting wrong.
Engagement bait.
Yeah, why not? Why the hell not? So, Makoto, you shake this off as if it's nothing because you've seen bigger, Makoto. You're like, as this thing erupts before you, you're like, I've seen Dragon Lords. I've seen Dragon Lords more fierce than you. However, Charmy, you haven't seen Dragon Lords yet, actually. So, Charmy, you fail. And let's see, effects. Yeah, Charmy, you fail. You gain a point of unnerved. So you're at unnerved 1, Charmy, and Ada's at unnerved 2. And let me look at Bakoto. Bakoto's unnerved should be completely gone. Wipe that out. So Ada's at unnerved 2, and Charmy is at unnerved 1. And Bakoto at unnerved 0, because Bakoto, you've seen bigger, you've seen worse. You've seen Dragon Lords fiercer than this thing. Bakoto, you rolled 37. So now roll for initiative. As I also go ahead and put this big gator on the scene.
No active.
And it is kind of right about there. Toggle combat state. Roll initiative for Terragator. Charmy, roll initiative. Charmy.
And nat 20, but it doesn't even matter.
A nat 20 for Charmy.
I couldn't have gotten that one roll prior.
So, we are going to begin encounter. We are beginning encounter. And the first up is the Terragator. And the big snarly Terragator is going to approach Charmy. And it is going to do a jaw snap on Charmy. It wants a big bite out of this bear. With a critical hit. A critical hit.
20 on the die. It's
nice
the universe. So, I think the universe decided to pay itself back for giving them a nat 20.
Yeah, Charmy, you just got hit with 101 points of damage. As this thing just swooped down with its jaws and picked you right up in its
Ouch.
jaws, and its jaws are biting hard into your belly and your back. You are basically head first in this thing's mouth, and with improved grab, when the monster's last action was a successful strike that lists improved grab in its damage entry, which it does. The monster attempts to grapple. The monster attempts to grapple the creature using the body part it attacked with. So it's attempting to grapple with its jaws. As a free action, this attempt neither applies nor counts towards the creature's multiple attack penalty. And that is a success, Charmy. It just picks you up head first in its mouth. You are head first in its mouth, and it picks you up, and you are grabbed.
And your breath smells.
That is the kettle calling. That is the pot calling kettle black. You are grabbed. You have taken 101 points of damage. Oh my god. It still has an action. The monster attempts to swallow the creature of the listed size or smaller. She is certainly smaller. That it has grabbed in its jaws or mouth.
Are you sure?
If
Are
a
you
creature
sure you want to eat me? I'm not all that tasty.
If the creature is of the maximum size listed, if the creature is smaller than the maximum, then the monster can usually swallow more creatures. The monster attempts an athletics check opposed by the grabbed creature's reflex DC. If it succeeds, it swallows the creature. The monster's jaws or mouth no longer grab the creature it has swallowed. So the monster is free to use them to strike or grab once again.
It's okay. I can attack from within you. I have my way.
Yeah. So yeah, that can happen. You can attack from within it. So athletics check against your reflex DC. I'm looking at your reflex DC. That is a critical success.
Dang.
You have been swallowed.
I've been swallowed.
And you take 22 points of damage from being swallowed.
Ow.
Ouch.
I thought I'm gonna have to hurry up and saw my way through your belly.
And this is what we do in the industry. Fuck around and find out.
So now you are slowed 1.
Well, not like I have anywhere to move.
And you have to hold your breath. You have to hold your breath now that you're swallowed, and you take the listed amount of damage when first swallowed, and at the end of each of its turns while it's swallowed.
I know.
You can breathe even in hazardous or sparse air.
Took that for a reason.
Yeah. You can hold your breath for 25 times as long as usual before suffocating. You gain a +1 circumstance bonus to saving throws against inhaled threats, such as inhaled poisons, and if you roll a success on such a saving throw, you get a critical success instead.
Oh, Willow actually accounted for their shit luck.
Good job, Ducky. Good job. So now you have this effect that is engulf and swallow whole. You can escape. It is possible to escape. So that is Terragator's turn.
All right.
Charmy, it is your turn.
I'm curious. How do you escape?
You're at 66 points. You're at 66 hit points.
How do you escape? I'm curious.
How do you escape? You can either make an attack check, or you could also roll an athletics check, or you could try to squirm your way out with an acrobatics check. Which are you good at? You're absolutely terrible with acrobatics. I recommend either an attack check or athletics.
is attack you just roll like a attack roll, or
Yes.
like
you
a
just
flat-
roll an attack roll with your bastard sword, and that is a 41. A swallowed creature can attack the monster that has swallowed it, but only with unarmed attacks or with weapons of light bulk or less. So, actually, you can't use that sword. You have to use your unarmed attack.
Okay, dang.
Because I don't think that is a light bulk. Let me check.
No. I have it for like one-handed right now, or at least it should be one-handed.
No, it
It
is not
doesn't matter
light bulk. It is
how
one
many
bulk.
hands you use.
So you have to use an unarmed. But since it's basically the same attack roll, that works. You punch your way out. You are no longer... You managed to get your way out of this, out through the monster's jaws. So we're going to remove the grab condition. You're no longer grabbed.
But does it actually take damage, or is that just like a check without damage?
And yes, you do actually do damage. Go ahead and do your damage. You do 6 points of damage to the Terragator.
Okay. Alright, I'm assuming that was 2 actions. Or no,
that
one
was
action.
One action.
Okay. Wash. I can still attack you with my sword, but maybe I should.
You'll need to arm yourself with your sword, so you'll need to spread action.
Yeah. Maybe I should put my shield up. That might be smart.
That might be extremely intelligent. So
Put my shield up.
raise your shield and get your sword out. That is 3 actions right there. Makoto, Charmy is very, very hurt. You may want to heal her.
I mean, she's the one that wanted to be the bait.
Yes, she is, but she's very, very hurt. You may want to heal her.
Also, if anything, that was just the universe play counterbalancing, giving her a nat 20 on initiative.
It says I can't use my guard.
Yeah, you can. Ignore it. Ignore it.
You do not have a focus point to cast a spell.
You do too. I rule that you do too.
According to Foundry, I do not.
Screw Foundry. You do too. I have ruled. And we're going to go ahead and reveal that to everyone. Roll healing. Apply healing for Charmy.
Hey. Oh, I feel so. I feel better suddenly. Thank you. Whoever did that.
You could do even better, Makoto, with a heal spell, actually. Use the 2-action version.
One?
Yeah, believe that has a range of 30 feet. That will work just fine. Apply healing for Ducky, for Charmy. You have been healed for 85 hit points. So now Charmy is almost back up to full.
Yeah. I feel invigorated.
Yeah.
Stop doing crazy shit.
It's not her fault that Terragator wanted to eat her.
You're just as bad as our other companions.
I look tasty, even though I don't. You probably has a lot of fur in your mouth now.
Ate up.
Maybe it likes fur.
Oh, God. And I was about to say, if anything, I keep on forgetting that I have the quantum pulse action for when initiative kicks off. But if anything, I don't mind just pulling an action to just set up the warp reality.
Warped reality.
Yep, so just set this up. We'll go ahead and set it up like this.
Okay, so you're warping reality around Charmy and Terragator. That's lovely. Don't you have the best companions, Charmy?
Yeah, because if anything, this only impacts enemies, thankfully.
It only impacts enemies.
Well, it's helpful.
Good for you.
I mean, Charmy could be our enemy. We don't really know her.
I don't have any reason to.
Person you would trust at its all-time low.
They're probably in competition with us, thinking that we're taking all the void kills. So they want to kill us.
Oh,
They
I don't
want to be
kill
the
you.
only
You're,
void killer hunter.
You're my
Anyway, I thought
friend.
that I was
I
paranoid.
don't want to kill you.
Okay, so you have spent an action to cast Warp Reality.
And we will actually go ahead and use our 7th rank signature spell in order to cast Suspended Retribution on the Terragator.
Wow.
Yep, so in this case, I will choose makes more than one strike in a single round.
So it rolled 30. It failed by 2.
Well, I was about to say, like, it makes the roll when it triggers that condition.
What was that?
Yeah, like, basically, I name a condition and it doesn't do anything at the moment, but if it triggers that condition, it does the save or takes the damage.
Okay, well, it's already rolled. It's 30 failure go.
So basically, if it takes more than one strike in a single round, it'll take I think it's 70 mental.
Ouch.
And that's
And
all that I'm really doing here. Basically setting
Yep.
it up so that if it tries to double tap, it gets retribution.
And at the end of your turn, we are going to take a short break. We'll be back.